Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is episode 2 of my glow up series. So in episode 1 I was showing you my new morning routine and kind of how I'm implementing more self-care, but in this video I'm going to be just talking about some small goals that I want to have, just so it makes it seem easier, because I feel like whenever you have a big goal such as like, oh my god, I want to glow up and be sexy and amazing and have the most positive mindset of all time, it takes time to get there. So having little things that you do kind of help with that. So the first one is drink 2 to 3 liters of water per day. I feel like this isn't going to be hard because I actually do like drinking water. I know it's an issue for a lot of people. Like, some people don't like the taste of water, so they just don't drink enough. But I actually just want to track it just to see if there's a difference when I actually know how much water I'm having every day. The next one is 3,000 steps a day. I know for some people this might not seem like a lot, but honestly, now that I've been going on morning walks, this is like pretty easy. But I just want to have 3,000 as a baseline, and obviously over time work my way up, because I know a lot of people say like it's amazing to do 10,000 steps a day, but for me, going from like 900 to 10,000 a day, like, okay, that's unrealistic. So we're starting at 3,000. The next one is Pilates 3 times a week. This is good just for like toning and whatnot. And I have a little app on my phone with a bunch of classes, but I'd like to take one in person because my cousin like told me about this place that has reformer Pilates, and she says it's actually really fun. She's kind of like me, like we both do not like actually working out. I mean, obviously you have to do it and you feel good after, but like sometimes you're just like, oh my god, I do not want to do it. But she said it's actually pretty fun, so that's another thing I'd like to do. The next one is do my nails every week. So I was thinking like maybe like every Thursday do my nails, but honestly my nails are chipping so badly, so I might do them tomorrow, even though tomorrow's like a Sunday. But yeah, like having chipped nails is not it. Like, if you want to be your ultimate glowed up self, like my best self, she has her nails done without any like freaking chips in them. So that's another thing. And then the last one, this one's kind of an optional thing, but like if I want to be extra about my glow up, I'm going to self tan, because you just like feel so much more snatched when you're tan. And I don't know, I'm not like someone who lays out on the beach, because like, I don't know, I'm just like scared of like damaging my skin. So self tan it is, and I have not self tanned in so long. Like, I used to be obsessed. Like, I still have my Saint Tropez like express tan, so I don't know if that's expired and I need a new one. But yeah, I was like, maybe I should self tan, because I don't know, I always feel my best with a tan. And next thing, I'm gonna do a quick little Sephora haul. The bag is empty, literally all the stuff's on my bed. But anyways, I went to Sephora because another thing is taking care of your hair is so important. And I don't know why, but I have been having freaking breakage on my hair, and I don't know why, because even though I used to, like, for the past 5 years I have been balayaging my hair, it's not balayaged anymore. Literally in April I finally decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna try out just like being just dark in my natural color again. So my stylist used semi-permanent dye, and honestly kind of washed out a little bit. So but anyways, on the top, like, this hair has not been touched with like any bleach, so there's really no reason that should be breaking off. And the reason I think it is having breakage is because of my Dyson Airwrap. Like, I think it gets too hot and it literally like burns my hair, because I don't know if you can see, like, you can sort of see it, but like I am having so many flyaways. Like, I've never had this before. And the thing is, why I'm kind of blaming my Dyson Airwrap is because before, when I would blow dry my hair, I used my Dyson like sometimes, but I would always use just a regular brush and a blow dryer, so it wasn't touching my hair, if you know what I mean. So ever since my blow dryer broke, so ever since my blow dryer broke, I've been using strictly my Dyson Airwrap, and that's when my hair started getting fucked. So I think that's the reason. And I kind of was like, maybe it's like heat damage, and I have not been using a heat protectant, so I was like, okay, maybe that's the issue. So that's why I went to Sephora, is to get some of that. So I asked the girl, and she recommended this Olaplex. This is the bonding oil. So she said this is good for like if your hair's damp and then you want to do like your blow dryer or whatever. So I got this, and I've actually seen a lot of people online talk about that product, and I'm just like an Olaplex user in general. Like, I love their bond maintenance conditioner, and I've tried their other, like the number 3. I can't remember what that one does, but it's just like obviously to repair your hair. And then she said a good heat protectant on dry hair. So like if you're just gonna like style it with a flat iron or a curler, she recommended this Drybar Hot Toddy heat protectant. So I'll try this one out as well, and it's in coconut colada. Honestly, like, this one smells really good. I wanted they had another one in a different scent that was fully pink. I like that packaging better, but like honestly I care more about the scent, so I got this one. So I'm really excited to try those out, and I can do a little review for you guys to see if it actually helps. Another thing I'm excited about this one is this is also supposed to reduce frizz, and I get such frizzy hair, and that's why I'm like always wearing a bun in my videos, because my hair is a frizzy ass mess, and the only way to stop it from being like frizzy is to use some kind of like heat products on it, which I like trying to avoid. But yeah, so this is supposed to reduce frizz and flyaways. That's exactly what I need. It says renews vibrancy, heat protection. Sorry, I cannot speak. Heat protection up to 450 degrees. Shortens drying time. Oh my god, yes. Softens and detangles. So cool. So hopefully that does something. And I'm excited to try that. Some other things I got too, which I'm excited about, is this I got for free, which is this Polish Choice BHA liquid exfoliant. And I was just talking about in my last video that I wanted to try this out because a lot of people recommend it, because I just want to like shrink my pores right here and on my nose. And like sometimes, like I said, like I get like blackheads, and they say not to extract it, and that can actually make it worse. So I'll try this out and see if it works well. So this was literally so lucky that they had this. And then another like little free sample I got was like this Charlotte Tilbury minis thing. So the first one is just their magic cream, which I actually already own this, and I like this product, so I'm excited to have just like this little mini one. The next thing is the Charlotte's Magic Serum. I'm not really sure exactly what this does, but I'll try it out. And the last one is a mini Pillow Talk lipstick. So I know this is so popular, obviously not this size, but like the Pillow Talk. And I'm not like a huge lipstick girl at all, but I'm just excited to try this out because if something's hyped up, like I want to see, like, is it really that good? And I'm glad I can have just like a little mini one, and it was free. So if I don't like it, then it's not like I paid anything for it. But yeah, anyways, so that's pretty much my goals and my little haul. The next thing I'm going to show you is I actually, in my last video as well, was telling you guys I would show you how to make sea moss gel, because that's really good for you. It has so many vitamins in it, and a lot of places like Erewhon, like they'll sell a big jar of it for like $40, and you can literally make it at home for way cheaper. Like I have a 1-pound bag of what's it called, dried sea moss, and you literally barely need any to make a huge jar of it. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna include those clips now, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So here's how you make your own sea moss gel. It's really easy. All you need is some dried sea moss. I got this from this company called Atlantic Gold, and pretty much I bought a 1-pound bag for $40, and it has lasted me such a long time because you really don't need a lot to actually make the gel. So pretty much I'm just getting a little piece out, and I'm putting it in a colander because we are going to rinse this. And this colander is actually from like a salad spinner, but you can really use anything that you have at home. So as you can see, I just took 2 pretty small pieces, but you'll see by the end of this that it actually makes a lot. The next step is just bringing this to the sink, and I'm going to rinse this out really well. You want to just make sure all the salt or potentially sand from the ocean is all rinsed out, because that would be gross, obviously, inside of your gel. So I just took the time to rinse this and just do it multiple times. Like, if anything, I just do it a little bit more than needed just to be on the safe side. But yeah, that's pretty much what you do. Now, okay, since this is a salad spinner, I just put the colander into a larger bowl. But if you don't use a salad spinner, obviously just put it into another bowl. Like, you don't need to leave the colander. And you're pretty much just going to submerge the sea moss in water until it's fully covered. Then the next step is I'm cutting up a lemon because I didn't have limes, but I prefer to use limes, and you're just going to add this into the water bath because this gets rid of that kind of sea flavor. So I just leave a couple rounds in there, but you can also squeeze some of the juice in there as well. Then I also put some into the sea moss just to get it in there a little bit better. And then pretty much you just cover this and you're going to leave it overnight. And pretty much all of that sea moss is going to soak up the water, and it'll be ready to blend by the next day. And that's why I always recommend doing this at night, because it's easier to just have it sit there overnight. I don't know. I would get impatient if I did it in the morning, but it honestly doesn't matter. So here's the next day. I'm just removing the lid, and as you can see, the sea moss is a lot bigger because, like I said, it soaked up the water. And pretty much we're just going to dump this out. But since I have the colander in there, I don't really have to do that. But yeah, you just want to get rid of the water. And then we're going to rinse this again just for another time, just to make sure we get out all that extra salt, if there is any left. And just make it just really fresh, if that makes any sense. Once the sea moss is fully rinsed, then we are going to start blending it up. So I'm just using my NutriBullet because this is what I have. But the only problem with this is sometimes the NutriBullet's kind of small, so I have to do it in more than one round just to get it all blended. But pretty much I'm just adding some of the sea moss into my cup. And then after this, we are going to add some water. I like to do a 1-to-1 ratio, so 1 part sea moss to 1 part water. But you can really add as much or as little water as you like, depending on how thick you want your gel to be. So it's really up to you. Then I'm just screwing on the little blender thing, nice and tight. I don't know why I'm taking this off. Oh, I'm adding a little bit more water. And then pretty much you are just going to blend it up until smooth. And really, it takes 2 seconds for this to actually blend up, since it was soaking overnight. The sea moss is really soft at this point. So yeah, so pretty much this is what it looks like blended. It looks a lot looser right after blending it, but once you put it in the fridge, then it gets thicker. So don't worry about that. And like I said, I had to do it in 2 rounds. So this is the second half of the sea moss. And as you can see, that little bit made so much. And I pretty much just leave this in the fridge and it lasts a couple weeks. And I just add it to my smoothies or